He said, "Who is this speaking?" He said, "I'm this and this labor leader." And the dictator became really abusive on the phone and told him that he will destroy him. Then that labor leader said, "Well, we'll see who destroys whom today." Put the phone down. At 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning, cut off the electricity of the Pakistan Secretariat, the government buildings in Islamabad. At 11 o'clock, they cut the electricity of the GHQ, the General Headquarters of Pakistan Army. And at 12 o'clock, they cut the electricity of the President's house. And the army could do nothing. The state was hung in the mid-air. The police was totally defeated. The state forces had collapsed. A revolution had erupted into the history. And it showed the force of the working class. It shows the capacity which till then was even unknown to the world, to the workers themselves, that collectively when they fight, when they unite and fight, then there's no force in history that could stop their struggle. And that was the movement of 68, 69. Ayub Khan had to resign, to go away. But that movement did not have a party, did not have a catered organization. The ideological situation on the left was very confused. The pro-Moscow, the pro-China factions, there were several other factions. They were not prepared for, and they could not understand the character of the revolution that was unfurling at that stage in history. And hence, if you look at that period, it was only Zulfikar Ali Bhutto who was relatively more shrewd as compared to the other bourgeois politicians. And he just sensed and he smelled what was coming on. He came to the conclusion that this movement is not demanding the overthrow of dictatorship, not just democracy. Its character is different. By refusing to pay rent of the houses and occupying factories, you are not just challenging a political system. You are challenging the relations of property. And relations of property are challenged not in a democratic revolution, they are challenged in a socialist revolution. And that's why the character of the 68-69 revolution was a socialist character. And Bhutto gave the slogan of socialism. And just in a night, People's Party became the largest party of the country. Just overnight. Because the slogans, the program clicked with the movement more closely than the program of any other left party. Because everybody else was talking about the National Democratic Revolution. But People's Party was never a party. It is not a party. And it never will be a revolutionary party. It cannot be a revolutionary party. It's not really a party at all. It's a movement. It changes all the time. It comes into power, it betrays people. Then it is what Marx said, the tragedy of tradition for the working masses. Tradition is like the Alps, the weight of the Alps on the consciousness and the shoulders of the working masses. And that whole tradition, the political tradition of the workers in Pakistan, has been the People's Party. And then People's Party was used. Perhaps Bhutto carried through a lot of reforms. But you can't have reform in a crisis-ridden capitalism in a country like that. There's no chances of reforms. Then that was overthrown, then there was a dictatorship. Again the masses revived. Again they brought Benazir in 86. Benazir already had her agreements with the United States, the White House and with the State Department, so she couldn't do much. And similarly, she fell apart. And once again in 2007, 10 million people had come on 10th of April at the Lahore airport to receive Benazir. And I think